Happy October, everybody. Welcome back to the Move Of Reactions channel. We're gonna kick off the month of horror by looking at a Cinema Snob episode. Haven't done one of these in a bit, and this is actually from the previous month, September, but I figured the Snob is a good way to kick off October. Today we're gonna be reacting to his re-review of Jaws 5 Cruel Jaws, the unofficial sequel to the Jaws franchise, directed by the Italian knockoff legend himself, Bruno Mattei, one of Brad Jones's favorite filmmakers. And he actually had reviewed this many years before, in 2009 I believe, and 7 years ago, me and my grandfather, who I call Guy, actually did a reaction to his original Jaws 5 review. Lately this year, he's been covering all the official Jaws movies, starting with the original Steven Spielberg classic, and recently he covered Jaws the Revenge, the most infamous of the lesser sequels, and now we're going into the revisit territory with Mattei's film, and I'm really interested to see what he has to say, because it's been over 15 years since the original fucking review, so who knows if his thoughts have changed, and also he doesn't have the 10-minute time restraint that he had on YouTube back in the day, so without further ado, let's watch.
The Jaws series is officially back on track, and all it took was a man who knows how to make legendary sequels front and back. The director of Terminator 2. Wait, no,
Shocking dark Terminator 2.
He never did a Jaws sequel. I'm talking about the Italian Terminator 2, aka Shocking Dark, directed by Bruno Mattei, who combined two sequels in one. It was called Terminator 2, but was a rip-off of Aliens, and he brings his
not confusing enough
sequels to Jaws 5 Cruel Jaws, or just simply Cruel Jaws as it's more commonly known, for legal reasons, I'm guessing. It's clearly specified that the shark is a cruel Jaws, unlike that nice Jaws from the previous movies. The characters and the actors feel like knockoffs here. We've got David Luther as a Sheriff Brody stand-in, but also Greg Hood as Matt Damon as Matt Hooper, and Richard Dew as Hulk Hogan as shot in Florida.
That does look like Hulk Hogan.
Cast. This could also be considered a clip show of the series, in that they did want a mechanical shark on set, but if that broke down for Spielberg, it sure as hell wasn't going to work here.
Yeah,
so the movie
this shark is so bad.
Authorized footage from the Jaws franchise, as well as other knockoffs like Great White and Deep Blood. They even include music from Star Wars and Curse 2, which made it hard for it to get a physical release in the U.S.
I remember that.
So eventually it got a glorious Blu-ray in 2020 by Separate Films, as well as a documentary called Twilight Jaws. As for the plot of the movie, what do you need to know? It's the plot of Jaws, as well as some deleted subplots of Jaws. Ooh, I needed this after the roaring shark from Jaws the Revenge. Sure, those other Jaws movies may be on HBO Max, but I know that Jaws 5 will be sitting comfortably in a little place called Tubi, with plenty of options too.
Tubi's his go-to stream.
Watch Santa Jaws, so Cruel Jaws it is. This one begins way differently. The opening shot is above the water. What's going on here?
There was top-secret Navy material on board the Cleveland. We're going down and retrieving.
Well, that explains that. They're retrieving secret material, and are so dead. Anytime there's a shot like this, I assume it's from a different movie. Could be Great White, aka The Last Shark. Could be Deep Blood. Why not? Those movies are also on Tubi.
Of fucking course.
An Italian knockoff. I know the fog machine will be real. The shark is already guarding the sunken treasure, which they seem relatively calm about. Well, shit, I guess we accidentally barricaded ourselves in. Get the shark out, I suppose. Hey, you alright down there? You're not digging up any stock footage, are you? Damn it, opening credits, you're blocking the action. I can't tell what's going on. could be,
That
because
happens.
the only way to watch the movie is as drunk as this guy. My blurry vision is just like seeing underwater. I can still hardly tell what's going on.
I was about to say. Fuck.
Yeah, killed by a deadly editing attack where it continues to get awkward.
Jump cut.
Meanwhile, in a road movie, are we sure this is a 1995 movie?
What have you got planned for this year?
Sailing, tennis, discoing till dawn.
Yeah, get your platform shoes on, baby. It's the 90s. It's totally what I expect from the great Bruno Mattei. Oh, I'm sorry. And William Snyder. Sure, William
Not as good as
Snyder was
Vincent
the
Dawn.
director of Jaws 3D. Well, the dolphin effects are better here than in Jaws 3D, even if the
True,
story is still
fair.
weird.
Hi, Susie.
So you finally came back. You're more beautiful than ever.
You're quite a little miss of yourself, Susan.
None of you are in the same
Reminds me of
location
Bob.
as each other. Same with this. Where are those crowd sounds coming from? There's no crowd here. It's okay, the characters can make it awkward too. Lady, could you not look at me like you're dead inside?
She really does. She could be Bob's sister.
Thunder in Paradise. Actually, Richard Dude did double work for Hulk Hogan a couple of times, which, yeah, he could have starred in No Holds Barred
Hey.
and be none the wiser. Things are stressed here even before the shark. Sheriff Berger says that poor Dag is being evicted. They're all taking it well.
That fat money-grubbing bastard. Why don't you rip his balls off?
Larry.
The best Peter Penchley quote. That won't be the only balls talk here.
Hey, why don't you go put somebody else's balls?
There needed to be more talking balls in the other movies, just like
Baywatch.
does the body discovery in the sand, only it's an Italian knockoff, so the corpse effects are way more graphic. And Bill has
There's the Mattei we know.
insight.
Well, what do you think? In my opinion, it wasn't a speedboat fella.
Thanks. I was worried that he was killed by renegade skiers. Anyway, in the autopsy scene from Silence of the Lambs, so far this movie is showing more skeletal remains than it's showing the shark, and with the bites it's taking out of the editing.
It was a shark, all right. And a big one. Are you balls out of your mind?
Whoa, did we just teleport? We had to speed right along to substitute Mayor Vaughn, telling them to keep things under wrap because it's tourist season. You can tell by more crowd sounds with 0 crowds. I'm thinking it's finally the Tiger Sharks family that's seeking revenge here.
And which one is that? The tiger shark. From the judge of things, it's gonna have a mouth like this.
And also a rocket set of tits. What is
A lot of
wrong with
bikinis.
in these scenes? They're also doing the Jaws 2 plot, where we get some partying and love-crazy teenagers.
Hi, Bob.
Oh, hi, Gloria. Looks like your little sister has a crush on the Viking son.
Your sister's hot, bro. That line would be a step up.
And call it
What do you want?
the person in charge of pussy.
I'm sure the
Okay.
next line will top even that.
Dick brain, dick brain, dick brain.
Just like in A Boy Named Charlie Brown.
Dick brain, dick brain.
This is a soap opera. Now Lewis is worried the shark is a conspiracy to get back at him for having Dag evicted as he talks with his son or his pool boy lover. I don't know.
Tear his fucking balls off.
More balls.
Let's rail hard. Oh, now are we doing the skinny dipping scene? On the plus side, these two should see the shark coming. It's like 2 in the afternoon. Once this guy's
Day for
excuse's
night.
not going in. At least this poor bastard was pissed drunk. Prince Adam over here is like, it looks awfully cold. Not to mention this place is swarmed with shots from other movies. Even when he gets in, he's like, nope, see ya. I'll drink a bottle of Jack and pass out on the beach to give myself an alibi. And what are you two still doing awake? It's now 3 in the afternoon, way past your bedtime. This is a very important sequence.
Even for a day for night standards, this looks terrible.
Hasn't been the same since Mom died. Susie last Easter 11. legs. He used to hunt whales in the North Sea. Ever since that damn accident, he hasn't been the same.
Good thing I'm taking notes. Now I won't be lost watching Cruel Jaws. Just kidding. I'm way lost. What is it, a ninja movie now? Never mind. It's
Took the words out of my mouth.
Off of the Karate Kid. If Johnny Lawrence was jealous of his sister and had amazing kicking sounds.
Wouldn't be a Cinema Snob review without an incest joke.
We'll soon get a training montage of the shark teaching him at sea. And now they're breaking into Dag's SeaWorld to poison the dolphins with rat poison. Why? And why are they now at Crystal Lake in this shot? The shark doesn't need to be attacking in this area. These characters are going to end up killing each other. They don't even give a shit when someone is eating.
How many plots are going on?
You must be stewed to the guilt. I'll do the test, and then I'll throw him in the booze scout for drunkenness.
Immediate cavity search to see if he's smuggling poison mackerel. Why not? It is a cop show now. Yeah, forget using the ramp or the stairs. I'm gonna get me that primetime CBS procedural if I have to solve all the shark crimes in the area. I believe his experience in the field more than Bill's.
Well, we know they're a sort of locomotive with a mouth full of butcher's knives.
This guy old enough to
All they
drink?
do is swim, eat, and make baby sharks.
He's talking like he's giving a book report on something he didn't read. Let's take a break. I feel like I know less about sharks watching this.
Any sharks down there? Naturally.
Heart-pounding action that won't let up. And Burt Reynolds in a role he really sinks his teeth into.
Oh, early Burt Reynolds.
KTSF.
We're back as we continue with Lewis evicting Dag off the land because he wants to build a new hotel. Wouldn't you want the shark problem taken care of if you're building hotels near the water? Even Dag's daughter knows this guy's a prick.
Don't even know what you're talking about. And
Don't be so wicked, Mr. Lewis.
Don't you insert random footage of yourself while I'm talking. I'm doing slapstick over here.
Sealed ass slap.
The screwball comedy was really missing from the first Jaws, or this kind of banter between Brody and Vaughn.
You are obsessed. Obsessed my ass.
Come on, man.
I'm obsessed.
Sharks. I incorrectly assumed that Lewis was the mayor since he's the Vaughn role, but he's actually a crooked land developer, so he's basically Len Peterson from 2 and Vaughn combined into one person. While it then becomes yet another movie, what is happening? Okay, so we're in the porn section. Excuse me, Billy, there will be no unauthorized sex tapes in the area. I don't care what your girlfriend thinks.
Once and for all, Billy, it is the fish or me. You don't have to do to get you to pay attention to me, broke gills.
Good work on your audio quality.
Surprised Mattei didn't make a film like that.
I have nightmares tonight, especially Dag's kid.
Dad, why do sharks eat people?
Because they're hungry. They're always hungry.
Sweet dreams, dear. You'll barely make it through the bedtime story. The poison I put in her fish dinner is working. This movie makes falling asleep weird. Meanwhile, at the dance, just for the adult chaperones.
You know, Tommy, you give off a certain animal.
Who's talking?
Oh yeah, you're not just hot, you're Golf Channel commentator hot. You know you're in trouble when Bill is the coolest guy at the party. There's so much going on here.
More day for night.
It's Romeo and Juliet, where the son of Dag and the daughter of Lewis are in love, despite their warring families. They're all competing with each other to see who gets the next skinny dipping death. Just when you thought it was safe to bang. I'm kidding, this isn't a rip-off of the first Jaws. It's a rip-off of the scene from Jaws 3D where the cock blockers come in to interrupt them with a megaphone. It's literally the same scene, almost.
Gotta get it all in there.
My God, the shark turned into a gumball machine. Where the hell did that come from? And I don't know if their plans are going to work to keep the shark out.
We've completely protected this area of the coastline with with a special shark net that goes from here.
Seems legit. The shark will abide by the warnings of no trespassing. I still don't know why they're worried. It's the emptiest beach I've ever seen. Aside from, what, 3 people?
This is the beach where we can see the shark from. They said it on TV. They said there's a shark killing people right here.
So we decided to bring our kid. Solid parenting.
Baloney.
My stepdad took me to a beach full of jellyfish once.
Next Alex Kintner, I swear to God. Relax, this footage from Joe D'Amato's Deep Blood will save the day. How low budget do you have to be if you're lifting footage from a Joe D'Amato movie? No one in this town really gives a shit. They redo the tiger shark red herring scene, unbeknownst to the town. We'll still rip off the lines, though.
I'm not saying that it isn't him. It probably is. They're very ferocious and very rare in these waters.
Whoa, slow down. Universal sued to stop the release of Great White. What do you think they'd do to us? Especially since we're using footage from Great White. I'm picking up on some clues. If there's any scene from Cruel Jaws that features more than 5 people, or anyone outside of the lead characters, just assume it's from something else. Also, when it's clearly 1981 in some shots. And you'll know it's Bruno footage when there's lines like this.
That motherfucker is acting so strange. It's almost as if someone has trained him to attack.
He almost looks like Kyle
Well,
MacLachlan.
these didn't feature enough name-calling like it's a cyborg film. The shark attacks are really going to put a damper on this surf and wind sailing competition, as well as the romance and jealousy plots.
Don't worry, I'm supposed to.
I'm Richard. Blah, blah. Reason for hearing. You worry about winning.
Someone get these characters some balls. It's all they ever talk about. But now that Gabe Kaplan has signaled that the race has begun, we'll see who comes out alive. Seriously, why are they letting their loved ones participate? They're the ones who believe
Good question.
in warnings. I'm just curious if they're going to attempt a Jaws theme.
Not terrible.
Get close enough, and go figure the rickety-ass gates aren't enough to keep the shark away. I think the main characters will be safe because, again, the race footage is from a different movie, and there's not a chance in hell these characters are really in the water, like I'm watching a 60s party movie now. But where there's shark bubblegum, there's the shark.
Crazy, that's the sign of the shark.
We definitely should have seen this coming. This is all what happened in Great White, both Italian-style Jaws.
Oh,
This
God.
ain't an easy acting gig. You just gotta say a few lines with nothing much in the background, and we'll let other movies do the rest. I love how in the older shark movie footage, the shark
looks like a toy.
did in Jaws the Revenge. There's not even a point to me doing an episode on Great White now. I'm practically doing it here. The exploding docks won't be a surprise to me, but does that movie have a scene where someone has to rescue Wheelchair Girl? I think not, but sadly there's gotta be some kind of casualty here.
What pulled her under?
Didn't try. Is she still alive? Is she dead? I don't know. They couldn't show the shark eating her. I think the kid is the only one taken to the hospital. This place is pretty empty, considering how many racers were just attacked. That gives them plenty of space to do the Vaughn and Brody hospital scene.
You're gonna have to offer a reward of $100,000 to whoever gets in ahead of that shark.
Coincidentally, the same amount as my gambling debts. And I wish Brody or Hooper said this.
Not without what? Without what, you fat fuck?
It's like all the characters from Jaws had severe rage issues and went over their plans like frat boys.
Oh, come on.
Pretty fair description.
Put a bullet in his head and it's fucked.
Are you kidding? That'll just make the shark more mad. Here, let me refer you to this chart drawn by the 10-year-old that was on her fridge. But do you know why this is the most successful Jaws sequel?
If it was your decision to go ahead with the regatta, then our friends in New York are not going to be very happy.
Because it's the only one that keeps in the mafia plot. Yeah, Jaws finally goes full Gotti. Yep, the mafia is instrumental to his land deal, which is why he wants to ignore the shark problem. I love that this makes this sequel closer to Benchley's book than the other sequels. They threaten his life until he takes care of the shark. You make sure that shark sleeps with the fishes. I mean, you know what I mean. Or even Dirty. At least his son is helping out. Here, this 12-gauge shotgun will work. Come on, guys. Let's go save Dad's knees from getting broken. Oh, and then this happens.
Yep, there it is.
Full speed. The shark people will return, and in greater numbers. This is the best use of John Williams since Turkish Star Wars used the Indiana Jones theme. Look, as long as we get some kind
fucking
of
turkey
Williams theme in there, who cares? Next, boys, we're gonna play the theme from Amistad. This is what I call a stinger movie, where every line could work as an end-of-episode stinger. I'm gonna need to take another break. Some movies, I just have far too many notes to work with. Want a birthday shout-out or a nice message or ask a question? Book us now on our Cameo page at cameo.com/The Cinema Snob. We're back. How's that shark hunting going? Well, on the plus side, he just shot some rabbits for a nice stew tonight. Even Shark seems stupid here. Yeah.
Shark seems thinner than he was before.
Chasing after surfers really put some knots in my back. We've almost got it, guys. That's right. We are totally reeling in this shark that is totally right here with us. Pay no attention to the grainier footage of the shark. Watch this. They even do the gasoline flare dip from part 2 right down to using the same shot of the exploding boat from Jaws 2. They're making it easier for the shark. Some rope needs cut from the bottom, so why not offer yourself up as dessert? You gotta be kidding me.
Different shark.
You live. I feel like I'll get dumber if I eat you. Don't worry, folks. 1980 helicopter will watch over us. Sure, they could reuse the helicopter scene from part 2, but we already showed part 2 a minute ago. We'll just use the helicopter footage from Great White instead. And knock off lines from Jaws 1.
He's gonna be over 8 meters long! You need a bigger helicopter!
Again, not the same shark.
Wait a minute, this movie is a ripoff of Jaws. That's just now occurred to me. You know, if they went after Jaws with a toy gun from KB Toys. Wait, are they gonna kill the Brody stand-in? Then his picture will go right on the Amity wall. And bring the Mafia back.
We asked you to solve the problem, Sam.
Looks more like an MMA fighter.
Yeah, look, we're gonna take care of that little shark problem for you. They put one of ours in the hospital, we put one of theirs in a tuna can. Make sure you show your daughter what's what. Keep her locked up. That's right, you stay in there, young lady, with your framed picture of Dan Quayle on the wall. But after they broke Dag out of a 1950s prison, guys, I got it. Why don't we just show the shark death scenes from previous movies and wrap this up immediately? Whoa, whoa, young lady. Only 2 of us can have Jailhouse Rock prison stripes in this room. I love how they make it easy for the gangsters, too. When they break in to look at the secret plans, there's nothing to decipher. Hey, this says the shark's right here. Well, they could go bust some heads.
Nice specific writing.
Wrong! Solid plan, boys. Okay, we got a cement mix.
Why they knock him out?
And a pail. That shark ain't ever coming out of the water. I don't want the gangsters to die. I want them in the rest of the movie. Looking at the Mafia plot here, I can't imagine why Spielberg wanted to cut that section out. And why is the shotgun always the character's go-to weapon? Someone get a rocket launcher, please.
Call Bruce Cockburn.
Mind you, Bernie, bastardos. I guess that kills him. I don't know. He seems scared. All I know is this happens again. It's okay, I used to bullseye sharks in my T-16 back home. I'll give the movie this, the plot makes more sense than Jaws the Revenge. The movie isn't getting borderline supernatural, it's just almost everything else about it that's crazier. Is the movie better than Jaws the Revenge? Well, in this, the dialogue is worse, the acting is worse, but the shark footage looks better because they use shark footage from
That's a sad fact.
Jaws the Revenge. However, if you ask me which one I'd rather watch, Jaws the Revenge or Jaws 5, I'm going Jaws 5. It's far more entertaining. Like, what are they doing now? Mario's gonna need this power-up box if the squid takes away his flower tower. I know the characters could certainly use a power-up. What was the shotgun budget like on this? Find a different weapon! They're going after the shark like they're playing Big Buck Hunter at the movie theater. Unfortunately, the climax doesn't top the ridiculousness of the Jaws the Revenge climax, but it's still funny. Okay, let's see.
Like a breadstick.
I love the shark's double take. Okay, Polly. Alright, we did it! Those massive explosions aren't even rocking our boat in the slightest! Now they can enjoy their dolphin show and slapstick comedy in peace.
Gotta have the dolphins. Sexually assaulting seal.
This has the running gags of a Don Knotts movie. Oh, that's the end, by the way. Come on, you know that if someone asks you what Jaws sequel are we watching today, you'll give higher consideration to Jaws 5. It's the most necessary of the sequels, because the Mafia plot finally got its day and was totally worth it. That does it for our run through the Jaws franchise. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to finally get this damn popcorn bucket off my hand. It's been there for weeks. I never know how to end these series episodes.
Well, have it your way. But remember, you're the ones who wanted to open up a diner for sharks.
AMC popcorn buckets. Wish they had a theater around here. But yeah, that was the re-review of Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws, and it's been a while since I watched the original review, but he definitely had more time and a lot more jokes to give here. It was a lot of fun. I think the Mafia line, you put us in the hospital, we put one of you in a can of tuna, was probably the standout one-liner from Brad, and yeah, this movie looks like a fucking travesty of editing. I'm reminded of how Jim Wynorski likes to use stock footage to fill out his runtimes, but he never went this bad. And I can see a lot of elements of what Bruno Mattei is known for, but you can kind of tell he was starting to come to the end of his ride here. But yeah, half it's footage from Great White, the other half is a bunch of college-looking kids trying to fill the original characters' roles and saying fuck, fuck, fuck every other sentence, which it almost feels like a middle schooler wrote this with all the sporadic swearing. Other bits that stood out was him talking about how that guy who looks like Hulk Hogan apparently doubled for the actual Hogan at one point, and the part where he makes it look like Charlie Brown's being called a dick brain. Yeah, stupid, but that made me laugh. That was really funny. And, yeah, the inclusion of the unauthorized inclusion of the Star Wars music. Just, what the fuck? And, the weird guy getting, the bully character getting jealous of his sister. Like, alright. And the knockoff Jaws theme that kind of sounds similar, but is getting a bit more of a hype. Not the worst knockoff theme. Either way, I thought this would be a fun, and I seem a little off, it's because I'm very tired. I'm filming this after being up for a while, and I went to the cinema today, so it's a little hard to stay on point, but yeah, I enjoyed that. Made me laugh, and Bruno Mattei, hard to know what to make of him. Some of his stuff is really entertaining, but some of it's just a real bit of a head scratcher. And while I can't think of anything directly to reference this. It does remind me a little bit of how he was the second director on Lucio Fulci's Zombie 3 and how that was a mess of visions, but at least that one didn't have 60% stock footage. Either way, it's been fun watching the Cinema Snob cover all the Jaws films. His review of the first one was a pretty awesome love letter and a good retrospective on that movie's production. Jaws 2, not as great, but nice continuation. Jaws 3, just bizarre, and Jaws 4, just a clusterfuck. That's about it. Hope everybody's October is off to a good start, and I will see you again, hopefully soon.